Just for some background, we have a YouTube channel and we basically have like a brand
Oh
that
yeah.
teaches photographers marketing. So
Hmm.
we basically help them with all sides of their business. So
Hmm.
I wanted to make a series where we interview professionals
Yep.
and basically ask them like what is the point of good photography for them.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
And is it
so
specifically real estate, or is it like a bunch of different
yeah,
avenues of?
well, we interviewed a real estate agent before. I sent you a video, but we're gonna do some more interviews. Like, and we're gonna
Mhm.
interview both photographers and yeah. I just want to make this like a series, since I think it's gonna be like very valuable for our
Mhm.
audience and yeah.
Cool.
So I'm gonna ask you a few questions. I sent them to you before, so
Yeah.
yeah. But before we get into the questions, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. So my name is Carson Pitcher. I am on the Justin Have a Real Estate team here in Calgary. I've been on the team since May of this year, and before that, um, for probably 8 months prior to that, I was a solo realtor.
Hmm.
Um, Before that, my background was actually civil engineering. Decided to make a shift to more entrepreneurial, a line of work that's more entrepreneurial, and it just lined up better with my family. So I'm very much family oriented. I have a 2 week old and I have a 2.5 year old, and I'm happily married to my wife. And yeah, I'm just your everyday guy, just trying to make a way in the world. Um, you know, um, just try and be real and authentic in everything I do. Try and be honest in everything I do. And you give back to the you get back to from the world what you give to the world.
Yeah.
So I try and give out good vibes. I try and be honest. I try and help people out the best that I can. So that's what gives me a lot of satisfaction. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You get what you give, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get started. So the first question is, has there been a listing where real estate media has made a difference?
Hmm. So one that came to my mind for this one was I did a listing a couple months ago. It's over by the Calgary Zoo, over by the Telus Park Center. Um, and I guess just looking at it from an outside perspective without any kind of media presence on it, people would look at it maybe from like a Google image,
Hmm.
Google Maps image. Anyways, they would see that it's kind of close to Deerfoot. Properties being close to Deerfoot, typically that's a big no-no. You don't really want to have properties there. But the way that we were able to advertise it is we had a photographer, we had a stager in there, and we also had a videographer.
Hmm.
And so me and my partner on this listing, we spent half a day making a video of all the highlights of this area.
Hmm.
Um, you know, much more personal and realistic than just seeing it from just a typical listing or from Google Maps or anything like that. We're able to showcase this property a little bit more and actually advertise it specifically to families, which it would make a lot more sense for a family to live there than just any other person,
Yep.
because you're so close to these areas like the Telus Park, like the zoo. You're close to parks, you're close to all these different things that can really make the family uh, life a lot more enjoyable.
Hmm.
And the fact that we're able to video it, we were able to be there in person and show that it's not actually that noisy from the highway.
Yep.
And so, having all these different things, we're able to showcase, the true potential of that property, and also we're able to show ourselves and our personality a little bit, have a little bit of fun with it,
Yep.
and I think overall it shows that my level of professionalism, I'm able to really bring out the most potential in that property, give my clients the best service possible, and altogether between the photography, between the staging, between the videography, all of that really helps that property stand out much
Yep.
more than just doing the bare minimum, right?
Hmm. Yeah. So you mentioned like how it was close to a highway, videography and like the media. It kind of like
Mm-hmm.
handled this objection
Mm-hmm.
of the potential buyers, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So Yeah, and you did like did you do drone
Yeah,
footage?
there's drone footage too.
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of things to show. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That's like the main benefit, right, of media,
Totally.
because it shows like the people who want to buy the house. Like it shows the area, as you said, and like that it's close by to like parks and
Hmm.
Telus Spark. Yeah. So
It makes it more unique. It stands out more than just,
yes, yes,
every other
exactly.
thing.
Yeah. So for properties, do you usually like what are the usual like deliverables that you look for when you hire a professional?
Deliverables, I would say, well, first of all, being able to turn it around
Hmm.
fast
Yeah.
is really important.
Yeah.
If you have really amazing photos, but it takes you like a month to get them back to the person, then their opportunity's gone. So you
Exactly.
need to be able to be quick with this, right? Um, I would say quality of photos. You want to be able to take advantage of good lighting. You need to be able to adapt if there's not good lighting. If you're living in a home in the 90s where they didn't have, pot lights or ceiling lights or anything like that in a lot of the rooms, and it's really dark, you need to be able to take advantage of and adapt of the equipment you have, or the windows that you have or the time of day that you're there. You need to be able to adapt. I think
Yeah.
that's really key. Um, and I think you know, some people might think differently about this. The virtual staging,
Hmm.
I don't think, as far as what I've experienced, um, I'm not really one to do virtual staging, or
Mm.
look for photographers who can do virtual staging. I know some do, and some people are heading in that direction. But I think being able to show an authentic version of that house, but also the best version of that house,
Hmm.
rather than stage it up and make it look really great,
Yeah.
because if somebody gets to the house and they see that it's totally different from what the photos show,
Yeah.
then it's an automatic disappointment, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like.
So showing the best potential of that house without totally like falsifying it, if you know what
Hmm.
I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's like a good direction to go to because you don't want to like disappoint the buyers and make it.
Yeah, you're like there's been so many showings that I'm like, wow, this house looks amazing. Um, you know, my clients are really excited to go see it, and then they walk through the door, and they're like, oh, this looks nothing like what the
Yeah.
photos, you know, represented. And it's a mix between the owners, the sellers, trying to maintain their house, and so maybe it's a little bit different from the time they took photos, but also if the photographer can capture, its best potential without making it totally unrealistic, right?
Yeah. So keeping it as authentic as possible while
Yeah.
showing like the best potential, right?
Hmm. And with my team, we have we don't really do any virtual staging, like I said.
Hmm.
We have stagers that actually use the furniture and everything that's currently in the house.
Hmm.
They don't bring in their own furniture or anything like that. We use the furniture that's in the house, and that just brings a little bit more level of authenticity, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to look fake. And you were surrounded in a world of AI and everything. Photography, I'm sure with AI imaging and everything, you can get really quick images really fast, but people are going to see through that level of inauthenticity,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. So, the main things you look for, like in a photographer, what would they be? Like in terms of priorities, like high quality photos or fast turnaround, like those things. Like what are the highest valued traits, I guess you could say?
I'd say the top two would be, like availability
Hmm.
and yeah, and quality of photo.
Yeah. So, what is the common like price range that you guys pay for like the services that you get?
Probably between 500 to 800 or so
Hmm.
per shoot, right?
Yeah. Okay, and that like includes photos, that includes
That would
drone.
just include the photos.
Sorry?
That would just include photos.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And then like altogether, like what would it be?
Altogether, probably around $1,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this would include video, drone, photos, 3D tours, right? You guys do
Yeah, we
those?
use yours as well.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, and I mean a lot of new listings every single day. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Now what would make you recommend a photographer to other realtors?
Um, well, I'll tell a little bit of a story with this, I guess. Um, so if when I was first starting,
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody who I thought was going to be, a mentor to me. He was a friend of mine, but we saw how to do businesses a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he kind of started out as a realtor during, when COVID prices were um, really low
Mm-hmm.
pricing, and people were just grabbing houses, and you didn't really need to do a whole lot of work to really get that house to sell. We're in a very different place right now um, than at that stage, where you have to be able to really put in the work and showcase these properties the right way. Um, and I guess with the question being, what kind of things would make me recommend a real estate photographer to another realtor? I think you're leaving money on the table if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because my friend, in his instance, he was telling me, "Oh, you can take really good photos with your phone camera.
Yeah.
And you can look up a quick video on YouTube how to do all this stuff, and it's not the same, like at
Yeah.
all. Like you're leaving maybe 5% of a house listing price if you're not actually going through the proper avenues to really stage it and get this place presented well.
Yeah.
If you're only taking photos with your camera, first of all, you're not a professional. Well, you're a professional as a realtor. You're not a professional as a photographer. Um, and trusting somebody who's dedicated their career to that side of things. You need to trust that and bring that value to your clients, because you're doing your clients a disservice. So first and foremost, the reason I would recommend a photographer to a realtor is because us as realtors, we kind of get a bad rap sometimes, thinking that we're slimy, we're trying to do things quick just to make a quick buck, when in reality, a large majority of us, there are still some of those slime balls out there, but a large majority of us, we really want to serve our clients, because it's our clients at the end of the day that make and break our business.
Yep.
Another example of this, I used to do Airbnbs, and when I did these Airbnbs, we actually did do the cell phone photography. Um, and in comparison to those who didn't, or who did do professional photography, our income actually was affected by that directly, because our bookings didn't show as well. People take 8 seconds to look at photos, and they get an impression of a property, whether it's an Airbnb or a house listing. And those 8 seconds are going to make or break if they're going to stay at your place or if they're going to go do a showing at your place,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. So, yeah, and obviously the photographer has to be like good at what they do. They have to have good turnaround, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like available.
Totally.
Like, yeah. Yeah. So, how did you get like a wedding? Sorry, not a wedding. How did you get a photographer recommended to you?
Well, to be completely honest, with our team, we have a contracted photographer
Mm-hmm.
who is by contract only allowed to work with our team
Got it.
and with no other team.
Mm.
Because this is an individual who's proven to us that he's the best of the business. You know, he is able to do this quick turnaround. He's available. He shoots quality photos. His wife is actually a realtor
Mm-hmm.
for a different team, and he's not even allowed to do photos for her because we've exclusively signed him to work with us.
Got it.
So I haven't had to do a lot of digging, because being part of a team, um, they've already gone through the pain points of trying to find a good photographer, and they found one, and then they've stuck with him.
Yep.
And to future photographers and people looking to get into photography too, that's just you know something that I think everybody should aspire to, is providing really really quality, um, really really good work, just so that teams such as mine would sign people and have a consistent income from that, right?
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, it all stems from like a good delivery, basically,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
It's the same with every industry. You need to, um, you know, we're not the world's not going to wait around for you.
Yeah.
So you need to be consistent. You need to provide quality work, and uh, you know, good prices that are affordable, but you don't want to undersell yourself, but also you don't want to oversell yourself. You want to be right where people are going to pay for your services and be happy and
Mm-hmm.
be
Yeah.
extremely happy with it, right?
Yeah.
So
And prices could increase if like the scope of delivery it's increased, right?
yeah, if you're willing to provide more value, people are going to be willing to pay that, right?
Exactly. What are your socials so that we could?
Socials. Are you looking at Instagram or which other ones?
Yeah, just any because this is gonna be like on YouTube. We'll do like
Yeah, so I guess my main social is just picture YYC.
mm-hmm.
So that's on Twitter and Instagram. Also, it's on TikTok, but I'm not really big on TikTok.
Yeah.
um, Facebook, I have a page. It's I believe it's Carson Pitcher dash Justin have a real estate team. But my main one is Pitcher YYC.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll yeah, we'll do a little story post and yeah. All right.
Yeah. I mean, if you splice up a bunch of quick videos or something like that, that's always helpful. So
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Have a
yeah,
great rest of your day.
I hope this helped you and your
Oh yeah.
business, and I appreciate you inviting me onto this.
Thank you. Bye. Have
Yep.
a good one.
Bye bye.